And maritime authorities are warning of an increased threat to ships off the coast of Somalia after a cargo ship became the latest vessel to be seized in a suspected act of piracy. The UK Maritime Trade Operations, UKMTO, raised the threat level in the area to substantial as it reported unauthorised persons seized the vessel and redirected it to Somalia's territorial waters on Sunday.
East Darfur, Sudan, Hawa Adam did not expect a childhood illness to kill her son. Ali was 2 years old when he fell sick on February 25 in Labado, in Sudan's East Darfur state. He died 2 days later. I thought it was one of the ordinary childhood diseases, the 37-year-old told Al Jazeera. I never imagined I would lose my child to this epidemic. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has arrived in Russia for talks with President Vladimir Putin as Tehran intensifies diplomatic efforts to end the United States-Israel war on Iran. Upon his arrival on Monday, Araghchi told Iranian media that he had traveled to Russia with the aim of continuing close consultations between Tehran and Moscow on regional and international issues. North Korea has opened a memorial museum in Pyongyang for its soldiers killed while fighting alongside Russian forces in the war in Ukraine, in the clearest sign yet of how central the conflict has become to the growing alliance. The inaugural ceremony at the Memorial Museum of Combat Feats at the Overseas Military Operations was held on Sunday. It also marked the first anniversary of what the two countries describe as the end of an operation to liberate Russia's Kursk border region from a Ukrainian incursion, the state-run Korean Central News Agency KCNA reported on Monday.
And the Bangladesh Cricket Board, BCB, has confirmed a 15-member squad for the first test against the Pakistan national cricket team, set to begin on May 8 at Dhakar's Sher-e Bangla National Cricket Stadium as part of the 2025-27 ICC World Test Championship. Najmul Hossain Shanto will continue as captain, with Mehdi Hassan Miraz named as his deputy for the series opener.
FIFA is in discussions with national associations to increase prize money for all 48 teams participating in the FIFA World Cup 2026. As the organisation moves forward from a position of record financial strength, the proposal will need approval at Tuesday's FIFA Council meeting, which is being held ahead of the 76th FIFA Congress in Vancouver.
And the Rawalpindi District Administration has reopened PR Wadai Ada and restored all related transport services days after the bus terminal was kept shut despite the wider reopening of the city's transport network. In a fresh update, the Deputy Commissioner Rawalpindi announced that PR Wadai Ada had also been reopened, marking a full restoration of transport operations in the city. And smartphone makers frequently promote stronger display glass with each new generation. One release may focus on improved drop resistance, while the next emphasizes better scratch protection. Although these upgrades can be real, materials experts note that durability improvements often involve trade-offs rather than major overall leaps. Gaining improvement on one side often results in losing the other. And the 46th edition of the London Marathon marked a notable showing for Pakistani runners, with more than 30 participants from Pakistan and the global diaspora producing a series of disciplined and competitive performances. UK-based Abdullah Muhammad Athar emerged as the fastest Pakistani 26, completing the race in 2:39.53. His performance was defined by steady pacing and a well-executed race strategy.
Tremors were felt in Islamabad and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa on Monday as an earthquake of 5.7 magnitude struck the Afghanistan-Tajikistan border region. The Pakistan Meteorological Department, PMD, said in a statement, the PMD said the quake was recorded at 11:46 a.m. It added that the epicenter was located near Afghanistan's border with Tajikistan and had a depth of 170 kilometers. A California man accused of storming a gala dinner attended by President Donald Trump was to appear in court on Monday over a shooting that marks the latest spasm of political violence in deeply divided America. Administration officials said the suspect in Saturday night's shocking attack apparently aimed to kill Trump and senior officials at the press dinner in a Washington hotel, in what would be the third attempt on the president's life in 2 years. We're like a red rag to the enemy because we're taking the war to their territory so that they feel it too, the Ukrainian soldier says, as his unit scrambled to assemble long-range drones for launch at Russia. Ukraine has been intensifying its deep strikes like this for several weeks, targeting oil export facilities, in particular, like never before.
Oil prices have risen after plans for a second round of peace talks between the US and Iran stalled again. Brent, the global benchmark, rose by nearly 2%, 7.26, Dell 79.25 a barrel, while US traded crude was up by 1% at 95.40 cents. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Russian Defense Minister Andriy Belousov have unveiled a memorial in Pyongyang for North Koreans who have died fighting in the Ukraine war. Military jets flew overhead and white balloons were released into the air as Kim and Belousov unveiled a statue and opened a memorial museum.
Mali's defence minister has been killed in an apparent suicide truck bombing on his residence near the capital, Bamako. Multiple news outlets reported the death of Sadio Kamara, part of a wave of coordinated attacks by jihadist militants and separatists carried out across the country.
And the man arrested after shots were fired inside the hotel where the White House Correspondents' Dinner was being held on Saturday night has been named by law enforcement officials as Cole Thomas Allen. The 31-year-old suspect is from Torrance in the Los Angeles region, California.
Global military spending surged by almost 3% in 2025, fueled largely by ballooning defence expenditures in Europe and Asia, according to a report released Monday by a respected arms watchdog group. European 14% from 2024 to $864 billion, and in Asia-Oceania the increase was 8.1% to $681 billion. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, said in its annual Trends in World Military Expenditure report.
And Britain's King Charles III and Queen Camilla are travelling to the United States for what is anticipated to be the most significant overseas visit of his reign to date. The state visit coincides with the 250th anniversary of the US declaring independence and the original 13 colonies breaking away from British rule under King George III.
Real Zaragoza goalkeeper Esteban Andrada faces a long ban for punching a Huesca player in the face, having already been sent off in a match in the second tier of Spanish League football. The Argentina international, 35, pushed over Jorge Pulido and was dismissed for the incident on Sunday.
Iran has stepped up diplomatic efforts to end the war with the United States, with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi shuttling between Pakistan and Oman on Sunday before flying to Russia on Monday. US President Donald Trump said on Sunday Iran could telephone if it wanted to negotiate an end to the 2-month US-Israel war on Iran, after scrapping a visit fleet to Islamabad by his representatives Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
And Tottenham Hotspur. Netherlands midfielder Xavi Simons says his football season has come to an abrupt end after suffering a serious knee injury that is set to rule him out of the FIFA World Cup. Simons was injured on Saturday during Tottenham's 1-0 win at Wolverhampton Wanderers and left the pitch on a stretcher in the 63rd minute, with early reports indicating an injury to his right ACL. And the Balochistan government has launched innovative mobile education initiatives, Kitab Gari, book vans, and Science Ki Sawari, science vans, to expand learning opportunities in remote and underserved areas. Originally introduced as mobile schools, the projects have evolved into moving libraries, teaching centres and mobile science laboratories. And tech companies often use misleading terms for marketing that are either complete lies or technically true, but presented in a deceptive way. Some examples of this practice include labels used in cameras and displays, which can sometimes create confusion instead of helping consumers compare products accurately.
Parachinar Airport in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is set to reopen after remaining non-operational for years. Following completion of upgrade work and successful trial operations, the restoration is being carried out through joint efforts of the Pakistan Army Frontier Works Organization, FWO, and the Pakistan Airports Authority, PAA, marking progress toward the revival of air connectivity in the region.
And OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has shared a bold view on what a future shaped by artificial general intelligence, or AGI, could look like thanks to its disruptively powerful capabilities. In a recent post on X, Altman wrote that in a post-AGI future, no one is going to work and the economy is going to collapse.
Pakistan is moving closer to launching satellite internet services as its regulatory framework enters the final stages of development. The framework is designed to address key areas such as national security, spectrum management and security requirements to ensure safe and effective implementation across the country.
NextGen Auto, a prominent automotive distributor and subsidiary of the Nishat Group in Pakistan and Chery Group, a global leader in the automotive industry from China, are proud to announce another significant addition to their strategic partnership by introducing Ichor-branded new energy vehicles, NEVs, in Pakistan. As one of Pakistan's leading business groups, Nishat Group operates across key sectors, including textiles, cement, banking, insurance, power, and agriculture. With solid industry experience and refined operations, plays an important role in driving the country's economic growth. The group covers a full industrial chain spanning manufacturing, finance, and energy, with strong capabilities in resource integration and market expansion. This partnership with Ichor International marks a key step in Nishat Group's expansion into the new energy sector. It brings in advanced technologies to support a more sustainable transformation of Pakistan's automotive industry and strengthen its competitiveness in the local market.
Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz has taken on the task of reviving Lahore's film industry with the establishment of a dedicated film city in Lahore. The province's Information and Culture Minister said $2 billion has been allocated for the revival of the sector. In a post on X on Sunday, the Chief Minister said the 50-acre space aims to bring the glory of filmmaking back to Lahore and Punjab.
Tremors were felt in Islamabad and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa on Monday as an earthquake of 5.7 magnitude struck the Afghanistan-Tajikistan border region, the Pakistan Meteorological Department PMD said. In a statement, the PMD said the quake was recorded at 11:46 a.m. It added that the epicenter was located near Afghanistan's border with Tajikistan and had a depth of 170 kilometers. Peshawar, Parachinar Airport in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's Kuram district has been reactivated and made operational through the efforts of the Frontier Works Organization, FWO, and the Pakistan Airports Authority, PAA. After remaining inactive for an extended period, the renovation and repair of the airport mark a significant step toward restoring air transport in the region.